BMM 265, rear pointer over there. But yeah, go ahead and do it. That's your 25 retention sheet, retention brief, okay? Alright. If you have any questions, we're going to save it towards the end. But if you have a question about one of the slides, go ahead and take a picture of it, and then I'll be able to look at it right after, and you can show me, and then I'll be able to tell you something about it. Maybe, if I have the answer. If not, we got a whole bunch of them back there. Know your options, that's the best thing that you can do. Alright? The worst thing that you can do is just not put in a package at all, or not know what is available to you. Alright? That's why you guys are all here. And why some people are not here, I don't know why. Good opportunity. Alright. This year, FY25 Marines. Alright. From October 1st to 30th of September of 2025. Alright. If your EAS is somewhere in between, and your ECC is somewhere in between there, which is most of you guys are, that is considered you guys. Alright. If you're FY25 and your ECC is between October 1st and September 30th of 2025. Both spaces. Everyone in here knows what both spaces are, right? Oh, okay. Fast moving MOSs. You know what? Everyone good on that? Alright. Enhanced duty station incentives. Allows Marines selected for the Commandant's Retention Program to receive orders to unions of their choice. That already happened. That's usually happens to first term Marines, Tier 1 Marines, stellar, awesome people, okay? Anyone got any questions about that? Nope. Alright, just a little thing. If you guys, actually, I'll cover that here in a little bit. Alright, STAP. What is STAP? That's you guys. If you are below 18 years, alright, and you're past your first contract, so you're on your second contract, that is you guys. Alright? Senior enlisted online employment. That is the old people. Alright? Commanding General Retention Program. So that again, that's whenever someone, say your both spaces are filled up, you still want to stay in. So that usually this happens towards the end of the retention year, okay? Your both spaces are all filled up, but you still want to re-enlist. For some reason, you didn't want to re-enlist at the time, but say 3 months down the line, you're like, oh gosh, I got to stay in. Something happened to me, so I need to have a good, stable financial source, okay? So what we do is we create you a package, and it has to go up to the CG, and once it gets approved by the CG, then it'll come back and head up to Headquarters Marine Corps. All right. They are only allowed to give out 2 of those per MOS. Okay. Does that kind of make sense?
Per MET or per MET or the entire Marine Corps.
So yeah, per MET. Well, that's per MOS too.
So per MET, per MOS.
Yeah.
Just per MOS. No.
Per MOS.
So 2 per MOS.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I don't want to.
We'll go over it in a little bit. You're confusing me now. Alright, so this is going to be the dates, okay? So for first terms, it's going to be April 1st. That is going to be their submission, their regular submission timeline. For STAP, alright, it is going to be June 1st. That's going to be your regular submission timeline. Alright? From April 1st, that is going to be not regular submission time frame. So say if he has orders. If he has orders and he's going to execute those orders here pretty soon, he is able to put in a re-enlistment early so that he can execute those orders. That help? Okay, so this year we are going to do something a little bit different. Dang near all of the re-enlistments are going to be maximized. And what I mean by maximized is the amount of time you have left on this contract is going to be added to your new contract, your new re-enlistment contract. So say if you were to get a bonus from last year, in order to get that full bonus, you would have to maximize, right? You'd have to add the current time that you have left onto your new contract. Well, they're doing that for every contract now for this year. All right. Anyone have any questions on this slide? No? All right. Local command authority extensions. Commanders are authorized to extend for FY 25 Marines up to 31st August 2025 or any month prior. Alright, so basically this comes down to the Marines that did not want to re-enlist, and then now they want more time so then they can either put in a submission, re-enlistment package, or they just need more time to figure out their lives, to figure out what they're going to do. These extensions can be for any reason deemed appropriate by the commanding officer. So they gave him the authority to be able to do this, so might as well just use it. The following restrictions apply. Must not be pending any legal, that's with any realm. Must be full duty status worldwide deployable, except pregnancy and postpartum. Right? May not be used to extend Marines past 18 years of service. So, if you're close, you're gonna have to re-enlist anyways to get past that 18 years. Can't go underneath the radar there. Must not have disqualifying draw case codes. So we'll be able to help you out with those. Very seldom we see them, but they are out there. So, most of the Marines nowadays, they do not know that you can re-enlist for not only 4 years, but 3 years, 2 years, and more if you're really motivated. Alright? But, as you can see, 72 months for selected MOSs with kickers, and then 60 months for MOS specific. Okay, so a lot of the aviation, right? They go for 5 years for their first contract. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Is certain MOSs aren't eligible to do more than 40 years. So EOD, 72 months, just a lateral move, right? And usually they get a pretty good bonus there. So along with that, 24 months, you do not rate an SRBP or DSI. So the ones that are going to have the biggest bonuses are going to be right around that 48 months, okay? So say you want to do you don't want to do that 48 months, you only want to do 36 months, but that MOS has a bonus too, you're only going to get a percentage of that bonus. If you want to get the full bonus, you're going to have to do 48 months plus the additional of what your current contract is. So say I have 8 months left on my current contract, I want to re-enlist, and I'm getting 25K. In order to get that full 25K, I'm going to have to add that 8 months plus that 48. So I'm going to be doing a total of 56 months more. All right? Meeting re-enlistment prerequisites. We're going to tell you whether or not you're disqualified or not, or if you are eligible. Most of you are, most of them take care of themselves, so I'd say come and talk to each one of your career planners, just see what we can help you with and what you can do better on. Next, CO's tier evaluation sheet, that's going to be for first term Marines. Alright, most of you have probably already seen it, but it's by MOS and by physical year. So, if any of you have seen that tier sheet that career planners give out, has anyone not seen it? Okay, everyone's seen it then? Alright, so whenever we hand those out, it's going to be by MOS, by physical year. So if there's 4 people, so if there's 4 people in that MOS that's re-enlisting this year, say it's me, him, her, and him. Alright, if I am a score of 656, 652, 651, and 650. Alright, I'm going to be a tier 1, he's going to be tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. It's a little bit different than JPES. It's not going to be going off the JPES score. It's because of it's going by physical year. That kind of make that kind of help? So whenever you get those tier sheets, don't take them too seriously. It's a little bit different. MLS specific bonuses, bonus kickers, lateral moves, and special duty assignments for B-billets. Incentives such as jump school, SEER school, and others are not approved by Headquarters Marine Corps. Schools can be requested and approved through your unit depending on the funds and allocations available. Anyone have any questions about this one? Monetary incentives for Marines re-enlisting in Marine Corps. Group off smarts. Marines with select MOSs, Marines who accept the lateral movement as select MLS, Marines who accept certain programs and hold qualifications. So the bonuses can be either between $2,000 and $100K. It just determined, just like they're saying up there, determining on the specific MLS. So hopefully y'all are pretty excited for this new bonus program that's coming out. Because just a little thing about my unit from last, so FY23, we had roughly around 40,000 in bonuses. This last year, we had over $485,000 in bonuses in total. So big jump. So we'll see what this year holds up to. Overseas extensions. Anyone like Okinawa? Anyone want to stay here longer? I've been here for roughly around 5 years and some months. And I'm going to be here until 2026. Alright, so it is possible to go past the 6-year mark. Once you get at that 6-year mark, that's when you have to do if you want to do another extension, that's when you have to get that CG waiver. Of course, trying to work through that, seeing if we can't help it out, get rid of it, but you know, it's just one of those things that we have to do. But once you get past that 6-year mark, which you can, because I did it, along with that, who is married in here? Who got married out here? Alright, so whenever you're doing the tour conversion, now we can go ahead and do a IPCOT with this, so then you can get the incentive. So it's going to be a tour conversion with an IPCOT into it. All right. If you have any questions about that, you can meet me right after, or meet one of the career planners back there, and we'll be able to help you out. Overseas tour extensions incentives. All right, so 12 to 24 months, that's going to be an OT. Okay. So the OTEEP, it does have 3 incentives. It's going to be 30 days of leave, $2,000. That's paid out between $166.66 dollars per month, and it's going to be a 15 days leave with round trip ticket to point of entry. The IPCOTs though, so that's going to be the 36 months. So the normal tour. Excuse me. The normal tour, that has one incentive. It's going to be the round trip ticket to home of record. Okay? So, say you don't want to go home. Say you don't want to go back to your home, okay? You can take the amount of money it would take to go to your home and go somewhere else. So, I'm from South Dakota. If I wanted to go not home, but I want to go somewhere else, I can take the value of that plane ride that I would be taking to South Dakota and go to England or something. That kind of help? Kind of make sense? Sweet. Overseas tour extension incentives. I already said it. All right, but so obviously $2,000, 30 days, 15 days leave. And these leave days are reimbursed, okay? A paid trip to home of record with dependents, okay? But the one for 15 days of leave, that is just for you. It's not for your dependents, okay? Consecutive overseas tours. So that is kind of the same thing as an IPCOT, except that's at any overseas destination, not Okinawa. So say you wanted to extend, but you wanted to go to Hawaii. That's still an overseas place. That's when you're gonna hit up a COT. Tour conversions. You come out here unaccompanied. You get married. You want to bring your spouse out here. Do a tour conversion, then your orders become accompanied. All right. All reenlistments in conjunction with lateral moves will be for at least 48 months, 60 months for certain MOSs. So, if it's going to be a lateral move, say you were going to go into career planning, you would have to do at least 48 months. Because you got to think about it. They're going to be going to school. They're going to be doing some other stuff. They're going to need to get ready for that new MOS. They're going to be wanting that at least 3 years worth of you working there. They're going to give you that first year just to do schooling and whatnot. Not entitled to a duty station incentive. So, if you want a new job, you're not going to be able to get where you want unless you've got the hookups. May be eligible for a bonus depending on MOS. EOD, they always have very big MOS bonuses. Sometimes they're upwards at 90K. Should have chose that job. Must meet prerequisites for requested MOS. So that's going to be interviews, ASVAB scores, physicals, security clearance, and special docs screenings. So a whole bunch of checklists for all lateral move MOSs. We can make it very, very simple for you guys. We're going to help you as much as we can if you are wanting to do that. Special duty assignments. Everyone loves these. So, obviously you got your drill instructor, MSG, commander, and then you got your recruiting, okay? The Marine Security Guard, that is a B billet. Combat instructor, that is a B billet. Okay? But at least if you go on these, you won't get, if you volunteer, you won't get histed. You'll be able to keep that 10 grand that you get for a volunteer bonus. And you get these cool things.
Can you get histed afterwards?
Huh?
Do you know if you can get histed afterwards?
So technically you can, but it's very unlikely. Alright. Anyone have any questions?
Did he ask you to get listed after doing the SBA?
What was that?
Did he ask you to get listed after doing the SBA? So in the past, when you get listed after an SBA, they released guidance pretty recently saying the intent is not to issue if you've done an SBA. So once you go on an SBA, the monitors are not looking to issue that. So if that happens, if you've done an SBA and you get histed, bring that up to your career planner, 99.99% chance you get removed.
What if you did the SDA and you're not staff?
So it's still the same, unless you did MSG when you're not staff.
Yeah.
So if you do MSG as a sergeant or below, it's not an SDA.
Okay, you still can get it.
You can still get it.
Rough. What was that? Alright. Thank you for listening to me. If you have any questions, please let me know.
I just got a few things. Questions, yeah, hit it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, can you go back to the timeline slide?
Yep.
I just want to cover just one thing and emphasize one item here. Here. All right, so I think the biggest thing that I really want everyone to take out of this brief is the timelines. A lot of you know about the WIS extension, lack of options, all that stuff, but for select Marines, 1 April, your PCS your retention timeline can open if you meet certain criteria. You're volunteer for an STA, you have orders leading before a certain time frame or you're deploying a unique obligated service. So it's very specific time frames. For the bulk of everyone and your peers, 1 June it starts. So recommend just going in and seeing your career planner right after this and getting everything started, see exactly when you can submit depending on your unique situation. Yeah, and then duty station incentives, I think it was touched on earlier with the slides, doesn't apply to careerists, it's only first term Marines. And tiers. So computed tiers, like the first term Marines, that's only for the first term Marines. But for careerists, you guys don't have a computed tier, but whenever you do submit, your CO will be recommending a tier on you. Kind of like similar how your RO recommends stuff on the Christmas tree, similar to that. Any questions about anything that was covered today?
There's a active list of the adolescents that can be filled for lateral moves.
Yeah, see your career planner after that. We'll look over your record, your timeline, and we'll see what you're eligible for and what's open. It's really case by case with a lot of lateral moves. A lot of like the critical jobs, counter intel, imagery analyst, recon. There's multiple others. Those are kind of the high vis ones. But if you want to do something afterwards, just speak to me.
Can you explain the bonuses on the whole percentage? If I'm re-enlisting for 3 months or 3 years, 36 months, and I now have an additional 6 months because I have to re-enlist early, I'm now doing 42 months, and I'm not getting the entire bonus of what I'm getting now?
It's gonna be a prorated bonus.
So how is that calculated then?
It's like a 70. Do you want to touch on that?
All right, so if you do a 4-year re-enlistment to maximize your bonus, the amount of money you're getting is for that 4 years. So if you're doing 3 years, basically take that amount of money, divide it by 4, that's what each year of that bonus is worth. So if you're doing a 3-year re-enlistment, you're only going to get 3 years worth of that money. So again, take the bonus, divide by 4, and take 3 of those. That's what you're getting. So right now, when you re-enlist, whatever re-enlistment length you do, you're adding that essentially to your EAS, is the way to look at it. So you're only doing 3 more years, but since your contract is overriding the previous time, now if you had 6 months left, you're doing a 3-year, 6-month pre-enlistment. But that doesn't count towards that bonus. You're still only doing 3 new years. So you have to do 4-year re-enlistment to get all 4 years worth of that money. Does that make sense?
Any other questions? Timeline. Just ingrain that in your head, please. Thank you. That's it.
Oh, thank you so much for coming by.
Is there a